This camera is terrible.
You're looking at the Pacific Ocean and the waves crashing on the seawall and the crazy surfers.
Ready? Here we are at the world famous San Diego Zoo.
And there. We are going to spend the day with all the critters.
Stop. Cut.
Cut!
There goes the zoo garbage truck.
Albino or white tiger. They are very, very endangered. Now, we're supposed to inform people, the tours and all the animals that are here at the San Diego Zoo were brought here from a special breeding program. That's not true, especially in the case of these cats. Republic of China, and the reason they get out so few is because of what they represent. These birds are the symbol for longevity of life and longevity of love to the people of China. An incredible lifespan. On average, they live to be at least 40 years plus, which is great for a bird, and they are completely monogamous. They will take one mate at a time out in the wild. 40 years is just one mate. It's like 8 California marriages. Very impressive. Those are Manchurian Frank. He's not going to do it for us now. We'll just leave it all 40 long. On the left-hand side, as the class name of every Star Trek character, that was Mr. Spock and Mr. Warren, who are all of these hills on the right-hand side. We had to turn them back into the enclosure to get them where they want. These are some of our only American attractions, the Rocky Mountain Goat, and just next door, the Rocky Mountain Bighorn Fitzhorn. That's why he's showing them to us like he is. That's thank you very much. The Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep takes 6 to 12 years to grow out those horns. The horns are really what define him as a dominant male. Whichever male of the group had that song written about them, but they are worried all the time. The behavior you're looking at is called paranoia. They're looking out for hawks. They're terrified that a hawk's going to swoop down and get him at any time. Watch. What hawk? Where? What? Look up. Over there. No, look up. No, no, not over there. Over here. Look, you see me, hawk? Wait. They don't call them meerkats because they're related to sea lions. They call them meerkats because, like cats in America, they are the #1 house pet in Africa right now. We like cats here because they eat mice. They like those guys. This is very good for animal information and also for keeping up on the park. But in the meantime, let's take a look at these wagging their tails at us. Aren't they happy looking? Yes, they are wagging their tails and they're happy, just like your dog. They're called moor gazelle, M-H-O-R-R. Moor gazelle have a black stripe that runs directly through their eye, like most of the gazelles from Africa. If you see any one with black stripes that go directly through their eye, 9 times out of 10, you can tell that it is from Africa because the black underneath their eyes cuts down on the glare of their natural terrain. Just like football players sometimes put black stuff under their eyes so they can see more. These animals have that filament in their body. Oh, hey, wait, you haven't even seen the young one yet. There's a baby inside it. This one was born here right after Christmas, so they named her Noel. And for personal reasons, I wanted to have it named Passover, but that's okay. We'll call it Noel. Delicious. Okay. Oh, very, very rare giraffe information. When people come to San Diego Zoo from their local zoos, the main comment we get about this enclosure is that when they see the animals, they say, you know, we get such a good view here at the San Diego Zoo. In our local zoos, usually they surround them on all sides with walls or fences or bricks. Now here we've only got one wall up against the back and an empty area up front. And the reason we get away with that is we found out how the tallest living land animal is afraid of height. Notice the way they're walking right now. They're natural siders. Most animals with 4 legs walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one up against the wall, left feet, right feet, left feet, right feet in unison. It takes forever to teach horses how to do that. Giraffes do it naturally because they have a fear of lifting their feet off the ground over a foot and a half. That moat out there is 3 feet deep all the way around. They won't step down in to walk out. They don't know why they're so terrified. We had a lot of bad theories. My favorite theory is, we assume, for close to a decade, we assumed that it was because of the way that they're born. When giraffes were born, the females give birth standing up, and the young drop headfirst 6 feet to the ground. We thought that would scare anybody permanently. It doesn't really. I know it sounds like it would be a terrible way to end the world, but it's actually very good. First of all, it really gets the circulation going. You never have to slap a giraffe when they're born. That's done for you. Also, and they need all that pressure to keep the blood going up that long neck of the brain so they can think. But if they feed with their heads toward the floor of the enclosure for longer than about 5 minutes, they have so much blood rushing to their brain, they can't handle it, and they pass out. It gorges the capillaries in their mind, and they will get dizzy and fall on all the people who are walking by, which is why we have those branches. They're triple roped down. You see how secure those are up there? We keep them as secure as possible so that they won't fall. They can go their whole lives without getting 1 drink of water. They get all the moisture they need from the grasses they find. Like American deer, the Vietnamese deer will keep their sponsors out there, which is just over 2 weeks old. Just over 2 weeks old. I'll stop right there.
Get the mama.
Come down and say hello. I'll move the bus up a little bit further so you guys can get a view of the young one as it's wandering. Are they black with white stripes or white with black stripes? What do you think?
There's the mama.
There is a correct answer. People are laughing, but there is a correct answer. They are black with white stripes. Believe it or not, you shave off their outer coat. Their undercoat is completely black. In other words, it's just like a lot of women you're going to meet in California. It is blonde hair, but a little black root. Now, these here on left have a very distinctive striping pattern. The stripes on their bodies are as unique as your own fingerprints. We don't have to mark or tag them like we do our other animals. Usually they can take a little piece out of their ear. However, here all we have to do is get this view, right from where we are right now, the backside view. We photograph that, we put that in our library, and that's all the cataloging they need throughout their entire life. Those hind photographs became such a joke amongst our keepers that we now sell them to you if you want them. It's the animal. Thanks back to child books. Breakfast today. We had the zebras nursing. We had the Central Chinese corral, and right now we're looking at the giant eland to our left, having breakfast as well. The giant eland, the largest set of horns of the region, 4 feet. Look on the left-hand side, the nose, the eyes, the ears, the horn, the beard, everything, down to its teeth. We look as tired as I feel. Look at that. Look over here. Wake up. Wow! Hello. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's early. You see, even when it's not early, they'll sleep for 20 hours a day. They sleep for 20. They're down for 20, up for 4. How do you pull that one off? They call him the king of the jungle. They should call the females, the lionesses, the king, because they're the ones who are doing all the work. They do the hunting, they do the killing, they do the child raising. They'll make a kill and drag a carcass all the way back to the male lion. He is nowhere near the jungle, from the dry grassy regions of Africa. From the regular lions, we're going to show you the California sea lions coming up on the left-hand side. California sea lions bark and seals gargle. That's how you tell a little bark as they climb the hill. We've got on the left-hand side coming up our polar bear. Hello, sir. How you doing? That's one big bear. Don't worry, we'll stop the bus and get him a good view. The reason we haven't divided up is because they weren't getting along very well, okay? It's like a California trial separation, right, okay? They both need their space. They're seeing a counselor. The polar bears to our left are very, very good hunters. Somebody asked me, if I was out there on the ice, come on, is this a bear? Would a polar bear really be able to get me and hurt me? Oh, man. Okay, a polar bear's paws, you can't see it from here, but each one of their paws, the paw alone weighs 35 pounds. Imagine being swiped with a 35-pound weight. Even if it didn't have paws, it would be able to do a lot of damage to you. Just one really good swipe. The polar bears are very, very smart when it comes to hunting. People used to think they were a very fastidious bear. They used to say, oh, they're so clean. They're always cleaning themselves. Well, there's a good reason for that. What they're doing is they're licking the blood off their fur of a previous kill, so the next kill won't smell them on approach. Also, it turns out they're smart enough to know what can be seen on their bodies when they come after you. If a polar bear is coming towards you on the ice, what would you see? You would see anything that's black because they're on the ice, their fur is white, and you see their eyes, maybe, but probably that black nose coming at you, okay? We don't know how, we don't know when, but the bear has learned this. So instead of walking up to you on all fours, it covers its nose with its paw on approach, and it walks up to you on three legs. Very, very smart bear. This one here, yeah, I know, it's amazing up there. These guys are big bear. The Alaska Peninsula brown bear's spinal spore is the same thing that's inside your own fingernails, and it's made of keratin cells. Trust me, I probably happens up in the wild and it won't go on this side.
Yeah. You recording?
Yes.
Now, are you? Don't walk with it on. It's a terrible picture.
Look at this, how they used to fly. I mean, look, can you
Terrible
imagine?
job.
Eric.
For those people who just started watching, here we are at the Aerospace Museum in San Diego. We're looking at the early flying machines.
When you move the camera, move it real slow.
Here's a picture of the inline engine. Here's a pretty nifty looking plane.
Can I record some of this?
Look at the hot air balloon.
This is an airplane compared to a blimp.
Stop going first. Okay, that's good. Curtis. Right here in front. A6M7 Kilo Fighter flying above. Zero was the mainstay of the Imperial Japanese Navy. The A6M7 was originally assigned to the Yokosuka Naval Air Base. Okay, stop filming. Go slow.
Here's the space capsule.
Right here's the space capsule, and get in front so you can film the front of it.
I am now moving so we can get a better look of the space capsule. Just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, is the space capsule. Very cool. This plane is upside down. Here we are, walking through the museum. Some amazing planes are hanging from the ceiling. Here is an engine, the Jacobs L4MB. Some pretty decorations on the wall. As we head through the tour, and be back in the flesh. You are now taking a look at what used to be an airmail, an air transport used to carry mail. Here's a old-timey post office.
By the spark plug. Combustion takes place in the red-colored chamber, heating and expanding the gas mixture and driving the piston toward the center of the engine. This is the power stroke. On the return stroke, the piston forces the exhaust gases out of the cylinder through the orange-colored exhaust duct. And these could both successful, but they were used in many different kinds of aircraft. For instance, during the 1960s.
looking at America's first women in space.
Here's the very first woman pilot, George, for the private ready airline.
This is the Supermarine Spitfire.
To go up to 43,000 feet. And a wingspan of 36 feet.
Look at this.
And what space capsule is there? Does it say what space capsule it is? Is that the Saturn? This is a sample of the lunar rock. It's collected by astronaut Schmidt near the Apollo 17 landing site in the Taurus Litra Valley region of the moon, weighing 99 grams. This fragment is from an original rock of 5,765 grams. Like all lunar basalts, it's approximately 3,750,000,000 years old. This is a film of the Earthrise from the lunar surface taken by Apollo 17. Now, go.
This is the Tomahawk missile. The U.S. Navy Tomahawk cruise missile is a new weapon system that was developed by the General Dynamics Convair Division, San Diego, California. The Tomahawk can be launched from submarines, aircrafts, surface ships, and land launchers.
Go ahead.
Here is the memory of the Challenger. It says, the future does not belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. Here's a picture of all the Challengers pilots.
Crew.
Crew.
That's in front of the Aerospace Museum in San Diego, the SR-72 spy plane. The one that was shot down over the Soviet Union. This is a picture of Balboa Park. We just left the Aerospace Museum. Beautiful San Diego.
Get out there on Mark, get out there on the
Here we are, everybody, at the San Diego
No, man, get real close.
I don't want to drop it in the ocean.
Mark it like right here and go up and down, like get the sky like Eric does because he's so bad.
Well,
Or you could go like this, like Dad.
The battery's
Man's
low.
moving. You're on the beach.
No, wait.
Here's a picture of a carrier.
Real slowly, you get the whole coastline. Real slowly crossing it. You see them boats?
Snowboard up.
Where'd that carrier go? That was like... Destroyed?
I think we can go on the other side too, right?
There goes a carrier going out to sea.
Get the city too, honey.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell him.
That's a good band. Eric, there's a turbo coming up.
Eric, turn.
And to the right.
They can jump in the camera.
There's a
Oh,
parachuter.
they jumped for that helicopter.
Oh, that's what it was.
Can you get the helicopter web there? It's hard. It's turning. Coming in.
Oh, yeah, there they come.
They're all following each other. That's cool.
The yellow one already landed. Here comes the third one. About to land. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
The pleasure boat's gonna come inside in a second.
It's kind of windy for these parachuters.
It's called the Lord Hornsblower.
I'm getting them.
Must be a Mormon one.
And there he goes.
Hornsblower. Good shot here. Marcy.
Nah. They just flew by to make sure they landed.
Oh, they landed. They would have got it down. I think he's going to drop more parachutes
Maybe so, I
out.
don't know. Yeah.
All right, let's see if they
That's what
drop.
I was thinking.
Yeah, it's expensive too. That's all the prices on the menu.
Like what?
We're on.
$17.50.
What?
Hey, me.
With WCEU, stay tuned.
The painting programs you enjoy on WCEU are made possible in part by Southern Paint and Supply, offering a full line of fine art, graphic, and drafting supplies. Southern Paint, the place for Coronado paint, specially formulated for the Florida climate.
This program is brought to you by a grant from the Martin F. Weber Company, manufacturers of fine artist materials since 1853, and by Northlight Books, publisher of over 200 how-to books and videos for fine artists and graphic designers.
Hi, I'm certainly glad you could join me today. You ready to do a fantastic little painting? This is such a super day. Let's do a super little painting. And I thought today we'd do something that's very simple. We'll use a limited palette, and I think you'll enjoy it. I have a black canvas up here today, as you can see, and we make these black canvases by coating them with black gesso, and that just turns it nice and black, and it's all ready to go. On top of that, I've added a thin, even coat all over the canvas of sap green. Then around the edges here on the four corners, I've put just a little touch of Van Dyke brown, so